We have some heartbreaking news to share today in the world of rock music regarding Jon Wysocki, the original and founding drummer of Staind, who was with the band from their formation in 1995 until 2011, has died at the age of 53, according to a statement from his band Lydia's Castle. Now, Jon played a significant role in shaping the sound of Staind, playing on all of their biggest hits from the time he was in the band in 95 all the way through 2011, everything from that iconic record, Break the Cycle, that had a major impact on my life personally, and one where his drumming is a central part of what made that album special, the aggression in that drumming, and all of the hits. He's on everything from, obviously, Mud Shovel, which is one of my favorite songs probably ever from that era, to songs like It's Been a While and Outside and So Far Away. This is a heartbreaking loss for the rock world. So many people had so much respect and admiration for Jon, and it said that he was surrounded by loved ones and close friends at the time of his passing. Now, it's reportedly he was dealing with a liver-related issue, and he is now passed at the age of 53 and gone too soon. Let's see the statement here from the band Lydia's Castle, which he was a member of, which they released online last night. And they shared in the statement, on May 18, 2024 at 8:02 p.m., Jon Wysocki passed away, surrounded by family and friends that loved him dearly. An official statement will be developed shortly. And they shared this photo of the band embracing together with Jon. He will be dearly missed. He was also a member of Soil. The band Soil has released a statement regarding his tenure in the band as well, paying tribute to him. They wrote, "Today we lost one of the greats. Jon Wysocki was not only a great friend, a great drummer, but a great human being. It was an honor to have him in Soil for the time we did. We had so many laughs, so many good times. You'll be missed dearly. Until we meet again, dear friend." And this is a photo they shared of him with the band. Just a heartbreaking loss for the rock community. He was very well respected. And this is from my friend Matt. He is the bassist of All That Remains. He shared, "Extremely sad to hear about the passing of Western Massachusetts drum legend Jon Wysocki. From growing up watching him rise to fame with Staind, to sharing stages and being a friend here in Nashville, he was always a joy to be around. Rest in peace." Now we have a brand new statement just in from Staind frontman Aaron Lewis, reacting to this heartbreaking news of the loss of his longtime former bandmate, Jon Wysocki. And so this is Aaron's statement. He's a man of few words, and you can tell this is a very heartbreaking statement. He wrote, "I'm so sad. I lost my friend, a friend I loved like a brother, fought with like a brother, cared for like a brother, worried about like a brother, cried over like a brother because he was my brother in arms. My journey would have been different without him. The battles we fought together, the battles we fought against each other, the battles we fought side by side, alone with our own demons, the battles we won and the battles we lost. He was my friend. He was our brother. My heart is broken. My world has changed. I'll see you on the other side, my friend, my brother. Godspeed. My heart, my love, and my condolences go out to his family and loved ones. I'm so fucking sad. He will be missed." It's a heartbreaking statement there from his longtime bandmate and friend, Aaron Lewis. And this is the statement from Staind. They wrote, "We first met Jon through mutual friends in 1994. We came together with Mike, Aaron, and Johnny, April in 1995, and founded Staind. The 17 years that followed were some of the best memories of our times together. From practice in Massachusetts to touring around the world, Jon was integral to who we were as a band. Our hearts go out to Jon's family and fans around the world who loved him." So joining me to react to this is my boy Joshua Toomey from the Talk To Me podcast on Knotfest. He just had Jon Wysocki on the channel less than a year ago, had a great conversation with him. Josh, how you taking the news, and what was it like getting to have him on your podcast such a short time ago?
I mean, yesterday I kind of saw his friends and bandmates kind of starting to post that he was in the ICU, and it was really starting to hit me that something bad could be happening. I let Ro know, the co-host on the new pod, that what we had him on, and just kind of bummed. And I was kind of, hoping that he would pull through. And then last night, as I was kind of out having dinner and whatnot, I saw the news kind of pop up, and I was just like, we finished dinner and came home as fast as we could, and I kind of just started, digging back into that interview and just, kind of looking back on talking to him. And over the last year or so since I've had him on the podcast, just been messaging him and kind of keeping up with him a little bit more. And he's such a humble dude, man. And I even kind of going back to the interview and hearing him talk about Stains, like he's been out of the band for what 10 plus years, but I mean,
Yeah.
he's still, when the new album popped up, he promoted it. He went and bought it. I think, I mean, he was a fan of the band, and not, and as well as I do that not a lot of ex band members still pump the band. They
Right.
say, they say they don't ever listen, that they've never listened to the new songs and all that stuff. And he was out there, still a fan of Stained, and I was kind of hoping that maybe one day he would kind of get back behind the kit with them.
Yeah, and I think that was something where you see Aaron Lewis, he's put this beautiful tribute out to him. And I think that was something that, certainly was possible. And it's just one of these unanticipated, heartbreaking things that really puts it into perspective of the fragility of life. And it's just a heartbreaking loss that so many people in the rock community are feeling. And to see that impact that he had during his tenure in Stain with albums like Break the Cycle, Dysfunction, and that real special time in music, it's just such a profound loss here in the rock community. And I don't know about you, I'm sure you're the same, but those early Stain records had a really big impact on me.
Yeah, I remember, like those were like my early days. I was already in bands. I've had the famous story of Fred Durst kind of telling my old band kind of the same thing that he told Stained, but Stained took him up on the deal kind of thing. So, I mean, like they've always kind of been a parallel throughout my life. They took Primer 55 out on one of their first tours before I was in the band. Even when I interviewed Mike Mushak, he was talking about how he still has a Stained and Primer tour poster up in his house.
That's sick.
And and there were so many kind of just things throughout life that Stained was there for. I remember getting Mud Shovel on a single, a promo single before the album came out, and listening to it in the van with the rest of the band, and just the impact that those guys had on music. Like, and even talking to Jon Wysocki, we did a Break the Cycle album breakdown, and just digging into those tracks and hearing his drum style. He could have played simple. He could have played a simple 4/4 beat. But he was adding stuff. He was experimenting, man. The outpour of other drummers today has been pretty amazing. Just kind of talking, some of the craziest drummers out there are talking about how John was one of the first drummers they got into, or Stained was some of the first songs that they learned, and things like that. And I think he really took drums and, like I said, man, just kind of expanded on what a new metal band, a hard rock band at the time could do.
Yeah, he really did add his own unique flavor to it that is just so well represented on those albums. And he just obviously, like you said, he took those drums kind of to the next level, and they really stand out. I listened to Break the Cycle in full last night after getting the news, just how much of an impact that band's had on me personally. And just a heartbreaking loss, and one that's going to be felt for quite some time. And Josh, I want to really thank you for doing this. Really appreciate it. I know it's one of those musicians that meant a lot to you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Jon Wysocki will always be remembered at the Talk to Me podcast as he was such a humble guest, such a humble guy. And once again, man, just my condolences out to the friends and family of Jon Wysocki.
Thanks for joining me today, bro.
Absolutely.
This is a heartbreaking loss for the rock music community. We're sending our thoughts and prayers out to the family, friends, loved ones, and bandmates of Jon Wysocki, who had a major impact on this genre, and he will be dearly missed. From this longtime Stained fan who grew up loving his music, your contributions were greatly appreciated. Rest in peace.